Y nos encontramos con una leyenda auténtica de la NFL, con un Hall of Famer, con un ex-49er. Estamos hablando de Steve Young. Steve, thank you very much for being with us.
Muchas gracias. Really great to be with you.
No, it's a pleasure, Steve. Hey, we've already had a couple of Zooms, but it's not the same having a Zoom interview than being with a legend like you right now.
It's very kind of you. And I mentioned this last time we were together that I have 4 children that went through Spanish immersion in school, and now they're all bilingual. I mean, incredibly bilingual. And I feel it's like my moment here to do it, and I just can't. I wish I had more Spanish. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. No, let's do something. Next time, maybe you'll learn something in one
maybe.
segment.
I owe it to the kids. I promised them I would.
Exactly.
I got to hold myself accountable. But lovely to be with you.
I appreciate it. Steve, how's Super Bowl week treating you?
Being local, it's been wonderful. We went to coach the Pro Bowl with Jerry Rice, and that was fun to see those amazing athletes. Part of honors last night with the MVP with Matthew Stafford, and then we're part of the pregame on Sunday. So it's wonderful. It's a fun week.
You're mentioning Jerry Rice. We had him yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yes, and I asked him, hey, Jerry, you've been here many times, yourself too, Steve. Walk us through what's the feeling of this week as you prepare 2 days away from Super Bowl?
Super Bowls are a big deal. Everyone knows it. And I think that the weight of it comes more and more, like today's Friday. And I think that's when maybe you feel a little bit more than tomorrow. And then you wake up Sunday morning, and I think most everybody realizes my life's going to change. One way or another, my life is going to be different than it ever was before. And so I think that's why so many Super Bowls are won and lost by people who are not overwhelmed in a way, right? And I think that the teams, you've seen teams come out and play as poor as they played all year because they just get overwhelmed by the whole thing. So I don't think either of these teams are coached by people that could allow something for that, but it still feels, for every player that shows up in Levi's Field Sunday morning, they're going to be, Sunday afternoon, they're going to have a moment at least of being like, take my breath away a little bit.
When you beat the Chargers, it was January 1995, 31 years. How did it change your life once you were holding the Vince Lombardi trophy?
Well, you got to remember where I was. After Joe Montana had won 4. You can't really stay in San Francisco if you don't win a Super Bowl. Like, it's just a thing that it's a rite of passage. And so for me, I'm disappointed that was the only one. I wish I would have had more, but the one that we did get did allow me to they didn't kick me out of town, which was nice.
Well, you have a record. I mean, this was 31 years ago.
I know,
Steve.
it's a long time.
6 touchdowns till this day. That record hasn't been broken.
It was Mike Shanahan, my offensive coordinator, who told me he wanted 8 touchdowns that day. This is pregame. He said, we're going to throw 8 touchdowns. And I thought, that's how you say dumb stuff before a game, you know. But at halftime, he caught me across the room and he said, because we had 4 at the time. He says, we're halfway. And I thought, this guy's serious. We ended up with 6. But you know how to throw 6? Go for 8, because that's what he was doing.
Wow. Imagine having 6 Super Bowl touchdowns in one day. I mean, that's...
And a coach that's disappointed that it wasn't 8.
No. What was the score? Like 49-26, I think?
I think that's right.
Yeah, 49-26. Right. Now, Steve, we were mentioning you were behind Joe for many years. In what way can you think Sam relate to yourself or you to Sam? He went, from the Jets to the Panthers, to the Niners, to the Vikings, and now finally he sets with the Seahawks, and he makes it to the Super Bowl in his first season.
The difference, I didn't have to move around like that, gratefully, because I got to San Francisco, and it was one of places where quarterbacks could thrive. It was a beautiful, back in the day, that was the place you wanted to be. In the NFL today, there are more places that quarterbacks can thrive, but there's not all. And Sam ran into a couple that are not very good. He got to San Francisco, the clouds parted, the sun came out. Kyle Shanahan's offense, suddenly you say to yourself, oh, this is an offense that I can find out how good I am because I have help. And so he knew that he wanted to go places where Kyle's influence had been. So he goes to Mike McDaniel and the Vikings and scores and wins 14 games. They don't keep him, which is insane. And so Seattle with Clint Kubiak, who is in the family of the 49ers, and says, oh, I'm going to stay in the family. And I know that Sam would say, I found the places where I can find out how good I am, and that's not everywhere. And I think that's why he could have won a Super Bowl in Minnesota. He could have won a Super Bowl in San Francisco, but he got the job in Seattle, and that's all in the family in that way, in the offensive, innovative mindset.
That's a great. What you're mentioning. And now let's talk about the other team. Drake May, first season as a rookie, he wins 4 games. His second season, new coach. They spend more than $300 million in free agency, 14 games. I don't think I haven't seen that turn around in one single season. What do you think is the main factor in this?
I think Mike Vrabel. Some coaches have a knack for collecting people and inspiring them, and I think also they got back into innovative offense. They got back into, they asked Drake to be efficient, be smart, and then use your legs. And when they drafted Drake May, I don't know that the coaches that would drafted him or the scouting guys that were around at the time would say, oh, Drake would be one of the most dynamic, running quarterbacks in the league. But I think Mike Vrabel's allowed Drake to be all of that. And I think this, if the Patriots are going to win this week, Drake May, I don't say he has to run 100 yards, but he's going to have to run 70. He's going to have to get out and make a lot of things on his own against this defense. And so, but that's the thing. I think Drake would say the difference between the year before and this year is they've asked me and helped me to do the things that I'm best at. And he's done a great job.
And finally, Steve, there are millions. You were in Mexico, right?
I loved it.
What game was that? Was it the
Chargers? Every year we were down there. It was the Chargers 49ers. It was the ESPN we covered. We were down in Mexico City.
I remember seeing you in
I bet you 5 years in a row we were down there in Mexico City.
You were there for many years.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I remember
we never played in Mexico when I was playing. We played in Europe, we played in Japan, but we didn't go to Mexico City, which would have been awesome.
What do you think the Niners? Because there are literally millions of faithful in Mexico. What do you think?
Trust me, if I ever get in trouble, I'm going to run to Mexico because they'll hide me. Because all my 49er fans down there will take care of me.
Hey, you're a legend down there.
I feel the love when I'm down there. I really do, and it is 49er country, I love that. And I love to visit. We were in Mexico last week and enjoyed the chime and ran into a lot of 49er fans.
Oh, you were in Mexico last week.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. What your message be to all those faithful who are watching you right now?
That keep the faith. We are going to make a great draft this year. We're going to hold on to Hall of Famers Trent Williams and Christian McCaffrey, and they're going to have great seasons. And we're going to get George Kittle better. We're going to get Fred Warner better. We're going to get Nick Bosa better. And we're going to, again, great draft. And we're going to go attack. And we're going to go to the Super Bowl in L.A. next year.
What do you think about Brock Purdy?
I think Brock Purdy he's built for the long run. He's built for he's gonna play great football. Brock Purdy having a bad game just doesn't seem like it's in the cards very often. He's just a really good player.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Steve. Again,
okay,
thank you.
My pleasure.
Get to meet you.
Adiós, amigos.
Adiós, amigos. Regresamos con ustedes.